They have also traded victories. So, 3 maps across the board for both of our playoffs here on the first day.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of showing that the groups were a bit, I suppose, even in some ways, where 3rd versus 4th from each group is actually matching up perfectly to a full best-of-3 series. So this is a bit different from Vexed. So the previous pistols, we saw Pickles pick up the kit and the smoke. This time it's Vanity. So that's different.
And Vanity's normally the one you sort of expect. You want the armor on.
He's like the, I wouldn't say the star man, but he's who you'd tout as.
He's a star
not as
boy.
much experience. You trust him with you know, Kevlar and willingness to get kills. But he has been trusted with a single sight on his own, and he has lost it due to him playing retake.
Unfortunate. Obviously, they can try and play the retake on the A site, work together. He does have the kit, he has the smoke as well. Quicks is in the close position, trying to find that headshot, taps his way through, but doesn't actually get the shots off. Oh, a flank from Brody. This could be huge. Brody.
How patient is he?
Gets in the rear, the trigger discipline, but eventually starts to fire off. Actually, the pop-off works quite well, though. Trials with the kill on Aussie. It's all up to Pickles to try and clutch it, but Pickles can't muster it. He has been slain. Cut down into small, thinly sliced chunks that will then be placed into a bun.
Pickles.
Yeah, Pickles.
Yeah, kill for every single player on Lynx side there. I was wondering how willing is Brody to let players swarm onto that site, but it was a bit shaky. At first, he shot, what was it, 3, 4, 5 bullets before actually landing the first one. But alas, he got the kill, what was needed, and he got another dink off as well, which is perfectly fine. And this is a mass door excursion, which will be met by JBA's AK, which seemed a bit faulty.
Yeah, not well oiled there.
No.
So issues definitely arising as this push will come out. Quick's just going to hide under the headshot. See if they can actually get caught off guard. Finds the first, not quite the second though, Ben, as he will go down. The London Lynx, they are still in the driving seat into this round if they can build from this position, as the rotate hasn't come through just yet and they've only got one AK. The full body block there. Vanity and Pickles locked in a hug for about 20 seconds.
At least.
Minimum. That was a long hug.
Vanity does have a smoke here. So, I mean, yeah, I was wondering, he needs to get into that corner and smoke off the B main entrance. And it leaves just Checkers left. And they're taking a battle at every angle they can find. I mean, Vanity's got 2 kills into the round as well. He still has 5 bullets, but is it enough to actually get Tarus? It isn't.
Tarus comes in, prioritizes the man on the bomb, kills the diffuser, flicks to Vanity. Vanity, in that time, still hadn't killed him.
And it just knife out.
What was he doing?
Not quite good enough, but it's a very close anti-eco round. To be fair, it was, you know, all spurred off that early kill against JBA with the AK. And it now looks like it'll be a day trip out to the B-bomb site for the CT squad. Yeah,
they've got their suntan cream on, their wicker hats, and their short shorts, Ben, and they are ready for a nice little adventure on the B-bomb side, but no one is there in the early round. And already they're questioning it. They're going to start to back off, deviate. Trouble can hear everything. There is a stampede of elephants walking past him, and he hates elephants, Ben. He is not a big fan of them, and he will try and slay them for their ivory. As he gets the first kill, looks for more. That's the second. Will he find the third? No. Overrun by the herd.
Rightly so. But he did get the 2 kills, which, you know, pays for that Mac 10 very easily, and in fact, it gives him a profit. JB is going to be looking to do the same. He's already been hit down to 5 HP. And at the same time, Truth has somehow won an A more with Trials, who had an AK, which quite bizarre, really.
Yeah.
So close to landing the shot through the smoke on JBA. So this is a situation where they're just trying to get any sort of guns off them. Truth has been seen there by Brody, but can't get anything done. Quicks is still hunting that 1 kill onto JBA. He knows there's a player still there. Doesn't look like he's going to get him at all. So overall, they managed to get, what, 2 kills for that round. They managed to get rid of 1 AK, which, fair play. And it does mean that Lynx's money isn't as well built up as it typically would be at a 3-0. And we see the AWP come out from Truth now. So that's the 3rd unique player from Vexed.
To don the AWP.
Yeah. I was wondering when Aussie would pick it up, to be honest. I've seen him use it more than Vanity had in the past, and Truth.
Yeah.
But seems much more confident than Rifling.
not the way they want to play it right now. Tarus, 5 HP already. Trials sprints his way over and is executed up on top of the boost there. So Tarus is very low. Aussie is also quite low with 13 HP on him. 1 minute and 30 seconds left on the clock as London Lynx are all grouped up, hustling and bustling, ready to bombard their way out mid, you'd imagine. Actually, going for that play towards the B site.
It is that lone man with the AWP B site. He has no grenades. So if they were to use a molly strat onto B, this could be very, very rough for him. And it looks like they're just going to be using the one player in Sunroom. Who is lining up that CT smoke. He is going to throw a single molly into the site, but it really depends where this molly is going. It's truth. It's missed the first shot.
Ooh.
Burnt out 2. He gets the 1. I mean, considering the situation he was in, he was being burnt out of that site. It's not too bad.
Brody, 5 then, gets the headshot, the adjustment up on Quicks, and it is just Pickles and Vanity that remain now in a 2 versus 3. Vanity launches out that utility, gets the smokes, the flashes into the site rather, as London Lynx, they're locking it down, they're securing the bomb site. They do have the massive advantage over these 2 members. Time is of the essence, and they don't fancy going for it. They have no kit, they have no chance, they back off, they concede a 4th round, and they also try and save those weapons, but they are denied the save. Vanity goes back to fight it as well. This could be risky. He might lose his M4 here. If Trouble can spot him, he has the awkward off angle, does get the drop on him, and saves an AK at least.
Yeah. Bit poor decision making there from Pickles, if I'm honest. Like, it's all well and good to be going for the save, but you've got no reason to have your knife out running and looking away from the site. You may as well be having your knife out. Well, you don't even need to have your knife out. You're not in that much of a rush, to be fair. You can just have your rifle out, still looking at the entrance that you were just looking at. And, you can potentially stay alive.
Yeah.
In that case. 4-0 though. Been a strong start from London Lynx. They have had to fight for these rounds though. They haven't been exactly smooth. Each time it's gone down to 3vx, 2vx, that sort of area. Vanna is the lone man with a rifle. It was a QA setup, but Truth having the deagle close.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to see what was actually going to go down here with Truth on the close angle. Because if they don't detect him, maybe he can strike, gets 2 big frags. That's actually quite huge there from Vex. Lovely little play from Truth. But he gets traded back from JBA. Aussie as well should go down, which he will. They've now negated that early lead that was found from Vexed.
Timing does that. Quicks saw Tarus, but I don't know if Tarus actually saw Quicks. He might have seen him on radar. But again, you can't count this round out, can you? It's 3v3. There's still a gun in play. Just depends what picks are actually available for them to get. The Vanity's ready to flash Pickles in, but not too sure how much of a visual Pickles actually get. He gets full wired by Vanity.
JBA with the kill coming through. Finds that frag on Quicks. It's the 1v1 now. Vanity on the bomb site, but Tarus, the fast face and the furious frag that is found. London Lynx, 5 on the board, and they're just going to keep adding to that tally if something doesn't change soon for Vexed. And the change that has been made is the double up setup once again being bought up. Quicks and Truth. But is it going to work? Is it even worth the cash?
Yeah, it's a very risky one. Usually you see this come out about around 7, 8, that sort of area. But they're already moving towards that sort of risk. And they put an AWP on each site. Only B has the player supporting them though. But it's clear they're willing to risk that investment. And that nade was actually fantastic. I think it was from Vanity. It landed on boosted 57 to one and 54 to the other. Fantastic grenade. And it looks like they'll lose mid control. And with double AWPs, it puts you in a tough position. You have to keep an eye on that vent now. You have to keep an eye on highway now. If they were to get a main control, maybe B control, one of the sides, it might change things a bit. But Truth, he doesn't care about that. He's just trying to take them all out if they come towards B.
Yeah, Truth just slaying right now with the AWP. Trials, though, eventually will get the headshot. Truth still honed in and focusing towards the bomb, and JBA will execute. London Lynx, it does not matter what kind of a start they're up against. Even if the odds are stacked against them, they bring it back into a good position, but the downside was, it was just Trials left with such low HP in a 1 versus 2. So Vex, they get their first round. London Lynx, they're pretty broken, but...
Yeah, they only managed to save the one AWP just then. Which means the buys... You know, if you're London Lynx, you're thinking, surely we buy into this just because we won 5 in a row. We can reset them here. But instead, they've decided we don't need to rush into this. It is 5-1. We can just kind of half buy. We can buy next properly with better grenades, more utility, that sort of thing. And they're opting for a door burst. And fortunately, you know, they lose the player who would have flashed them out. That grenade has done a lot of damage. Quicks has done the perfect move, so he's managed to get 2 kills while being able to retreat. And, you know, he's still taking battle from the side.
Yeah. More than enough damage done. Very, very effective Vexed. They get that second round. That's needed as well, because you have to try and tie these together. You can't just have a little flash in the pan and think it's going to be fine. You have to keep it going. Needs to show that consistency and actually scare London Lynx a little bit now. So, 2-5, round number 8. It is going to be an AWP on either team. 5 AKs for London Lynx, 2 M4s, an AK, and the FAMAS for Vexed.
Yeah, so obviously that eco's come in just because, you know, JBO clearly feels a bit more comfortable with that AWP than a rifle, which quite surprising really, because I've known him as quite a confident rifle player as well. And Vex seemed to love that double nade from the white box just over towards the boost.
To launch it over.
Yeah, because that was the round 2 rounds ago. Vanity did the same thing. He threw a nade over boost. He did, I think it was 180 damage on that round with just grenades. Double that up. That's easy pickings.
Yeah.
But instead, JBA's thought, I got smashed with the grenade when I went up there last time. Let's do it. Let's boost on the truck instead. But very, very slow round there. Not many picks being shown. They're very willing to play this quite slow, considering the CTs have been using up all their smokes and everything on mid. And the mid take will slowly come out. But are the CTs willing to actually fight for this? Because they're half and half right now. You know, there's some players facing from higher in, and it's very split decision-making wise.
So, Trouble Brody and JBA going to try and go for a play on the B site. But can they have some B site brilliance, Ben? Or will it just be a bit of a lackluster performance when they do finally get in there? Aussie set up with a flashbang, chucks it in, goes for the fast play. There is an instant trade. Truth, though, waits for the smoke to fade and then can go for a major backstab because they have no reading in. They don't know about it, but it's Pickles that actually cleans it up in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, strong round from Pickles. And it's very, even playing field so far from Vex, I've seen in terms of frags. In the past 2 maps, we've seen a bit of a split between the lowest and highest fragger. But now it's just 5-7. And the scoreline now 5-3. So, London's in a bit of a rough situation now. They have to kind of, it's a bit of a rough buy. Not much in it. They've got 2 flashes, which will be just a fast B rush. But Truth has been known to deal with them in the past, but he doesn't land the first shot.
Truth gets that kill on Trouble. Crew for the second as well on JBA. Vanity from the elevated angle, Ben, is slaying Tarus, and it's all up to Trials now to try and clutch it out. Does take down one man. It was a fast flick, but it just was not enough, as he will be punished.
Yeah, it's quite, I think, considering they only invested, I think it was slight pistols like P250, CZ, and I think 2 flashes. That's a fantastic round for them. Like, they get that plan.
It was big.
They're able to buy full AK armor, everything. JBA does get Zorp, but he only has a smoke. That's not much of an issue. He hasn't been able to use much grenades anyway. And the double AWP comes around from Vexed. And again, Truth with the AWP. Yeah, it's been okay with it, to be fair.
Yeah, he's been pretty effective. He's been able to, he's been doing some things.
And obviously Quicks, coming on from that last map, he kind of feels the momentum, doesn't he? I'm feeling it now.
Yeah,
sort of thing,
he's pumped.
And the boost coming over here from Vexed. Trouble clearly not... Oh, they must have felt like they made noise. But Trials is boosted. And that call proven to be the wrong call in that situation to drop back off, considering they both get picked without even shooting a bullet back, really.
Yeah. Now it's a 3 versus 5. Vexed. In reality, this should be where London Lynx get another round lead and bring them up to a 6-4 scoreline. Is that how it's going to go down, though, when the push comes to play? You've got a late man backstab as well in Trouble. all the way over towards this B site. He's actually making noise and forcing the rotate. He's feeding them a mishmash of information. They're believing it, Ben. They're eating it right from the spoon.
All three players are near him. And the T's, they just run straight out on that A site. They've even got to the truck. And JB gets a free kill on CT. And he looks for the second one. He gets it too. And it's just Pickles left on his own, 1v5. He can't do anything here, surely not.
Well, Pickles will punish the first man, go straight through. Pickles, unfortunately, cannot go any further. Trials takes him down and leaves him lifeless on the ground. Vexed as well. In terms of the cash, you've got one player there with 2k, 3k on Vanity. Luckily, they had a good distribution of cash on Quicks and Truths. They can actually buy up and drop the weapons around, but it's still not the best thing in the world. London Lynx, can they get a 7th? Or is the double AWP set up for Vex going to finally allow them to get a 5th round on the board?
Yeah, this is make or break for the Vexed economy right here. As you mentioned, the cash not fantastic considering they'd won 3 in a row. And the double AWP seems to be an absolute requirement for them right now. Both AWPers making plays on each side. And, you know, Truth has succeeded all half so far at making his plays at that side. JB with a molly, and you can see there wasn't too much faith from Quicks, from his teammate there. He could have waited for that flash then try to escape, but JBA is popping off with this AWP, to be fair to him.
Yeah, he's given it with the AWP. He's been performing surprisingly well, considering it's not something we've really seen too much coming out from him. It's actually quite refreshing. Vanity with the first kill, starts to slate, and he's going to be able to do a very effective job of just that. Gets 2 kills already with the M4, looking for more as he wants to bring the ruckus down upon London Lynx. That should be this. You thought that would have been the frag there on Vanity, on Trials, really, but no. Trouble aids him. It's all up to Aussie and Truth on the retake. Aussie comes in, comes down like a ton of bricks on Trials. And now Trouble has the 1 versus 2 to win.
And he has managed to cross before Truth actually got there as well. I can't imagine that they'll trust that he hasn't crossed, because he did get there quite late considering the plant timing. But he'll hear both players coming up highway. Will he just wide swing into both of them?
Ooh, big tag. Gets Truth on low 11 HP. Aussie as well on 41. He's punishing them. Trouble! He wants to send London Lynx through, Ben. He has had enough of this. And Vexed are going to be absolutely devastated.
Very strong for him. Considering, I can't remember which player, I think it was Trials, that forklift. The flash he threw for CT was actually incredibly poor.
Yeah.
It didn't actually flash Aussie at the CT wall, didn't get the guy at track either. So in terms of payback for his friend, he's done very well there. 2v1 win. And make or break for the economy, it was. Vexed have got an awful buy-in again. And you've got to be wondering, you know, if this round goes sour, you know, they'll be fully screwed in terms of money. They seem very willing to play slow, don't they? Like London Lynx on this T side.
Yeah, it's all been quite I don't know, it's been interesting. I mean, London Lynx have actually had a very good grasp over Vexed in terms of the way they've been approaching it. And now, Vexed, you know, they said cash isn't really a map that they've got everything down on. And unfortunately, that is being displayed and being abused quite easily by London Lynx. And it's looking like
slow play, which, if you're not composed on that map, you're not drilled and everything, you just feel a bit, I wouldn't say lost, but you're not used to it, is the other thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, if you've played 100 pracs on a map, and then you go to a map you haven't played any, or, you know, you've touched it here and there, you'll feel a bit, you know, lost, I guess the best way of putting it. Free kill for Aussie, but doesn't really mean anything in the long run of this round. They do save 2 AKs, but, you know, they'll get 2,400, I think it was, for this round loss. It's not enough to really force around these guns. So you kind of have to rely on these two, should you not force into it, to just make the round win on their own. Make that the one gun, in fact. Bit of an unneeded attempt at getting an exit frag there, but now you only got the 1 AK, and everybody else on around 2,500.
Rough stuff.
Yeah, 8-4. But a strong T side from London Lynx, we'll give them that, but Vexed have kind of left is kind of questioning what are they actually trying to do, where's the play actually being made, are they actually planning to hold mid, that sort of thing. Because they've had multiple plays happening all over the map when they have had buy rounds. So here comes that boost. Earlier on, they faked it. Because I think they thought they made noise. But if this is timed correctly, if Aussie were to go over, he could potentially get behind this A push. They lined up.
Cool. The kills come through. Pickles with the first on Brody. Aussie as well. Back to JBA, but it's Quicks that is just trying to annihilate every single man that dares to defy him, but he doesn't have that chance, Ben. It's all coming up. Terrorists as London Lynx once again claw their way through the competition with a hard swipe, meaning it is going to be 4-9.
Even though, you know, Aussie got there just in time to make some sort of impact on the push, all of his teammates were just dead before he really got a chance to make a further impact. Which is, you always have that situation where you're like, I'm coming behind, I'm behind. And then you're like, wait. And then suddenly your team's just dead. You're just like, oh. You sit there thinking, what am I meant to do?
Yeah. What can we do? Got nothing left, Ben. Ooh, Vanity, though, through the smoke. At least that is a nice little early opener. Finds the headshot. And Trials has been removed. JBA with a quick fire back through, though, from the AWP. JBA trying to reposition quite aggressively as well. Expected the push from Pickles, just as crosshair, but didn't know of the location of Vanity. The drop top from the elevated angle. And he does slay an important member of London Lynx.
Yeah, it was very aggressive from JBA. I like the move, just purely the fact that it is a bit of a wild move. They wouldn't expect you to be so aggressive. But as soon as he missed that first shot, the play was lost, essentially. And it's all down to Treble. I mean, Treble's had a good last few rounds, but a 1v4 is a very big ask. You gotta be hoping he does some damage to like the guns that Vexed have actually got right now.
Mm.
And Pickles is now donning the AWP.
Big man Pickles. Charlie Pickles on the AWP, but it is actually Truth on the M4 being the one that makes the noise to close out that round. 5-9 now in terms of the scoreline, Ben. London Lynx, the little amount of cash they have left going into this will all be funneled into the last buy they're going to have of this half. Is this going to be a 10-5 or a 9-6 at the half? That will be the important question.
Yeah, so I think due to the spawn, Brody's taking the AWP, but he didn't actually have the best spawn available anyway. So it means that JBA's got an AK with Kevlar, no head armor, but Brody has AWP with armor. I question it, he gets the opening crack, so it doesn't really matter too much.
Yeah, and it's gone majorly in their favour now all of a sudden as it snowballs out of control. It is literally just Pickles and Quicks that remain. They're coming from the same angle as well. It's just one pinpointed location of attack. Quicks, though, with the wall bang on JBA.
Oh, I was going to say they heard it, but there was no reaction from Trouble there. The players seem a bit lost. They don't really know that Quicks actually got through properly. It's all down on Trials. 1v2 on round 15. He's got good grenades, but Pickles has a smoke.
Nope, not today. Goes down. Pickles will slay him. That is going to be a 6-9 scoreline, which gives Vexed at least a little bit more engine. A little bit more fuel for the engine there. Try and keep that going. Try and keep them trucking along because they need something, Ben. They can't carry on in the manner they have been playing.
Yeah, it's been a case of just slow starting, really, hasn't it? Just by the fact that, you know, they were down 5-0. They managed to pull up for 3 rounds back, I think it was. And they've had a few rounds where you just don't expect them to manage to get anything out of it as well. But 9-6, I mean, considering we know that they haven't gone over the map that much, you've got to be wondering, it's that T side again. But this is a map where you've probably pugged quite often on it.
Yeah.
So you've probably got some set, you know, like a fast mid take, that sort of thing.
They should have enough of an understanding on how to play, even, you know, without a huge amount of new strategies with Pickles at the helm or set new designs in the playbook. From what they have done in the past and experience they've got to kind of be able to pug something out here. In the matches in competition match.
Yeah. Not wrong.
It's not wrong.
It's not wrong. So Truth's got P250 flash smoke. So we've seen a mixture of players on Vex actually picking up the smokes, or grenades rather, on the pistol rounds. So So he'll be smoking Z from on boost. They'll leave Vanity up there. They'll have 2 people go through door. So imagine they'll make their way up highway. And then as they're doing that, they'll come through door as well. I believe. But because they're playing a retake anyway, this strat doesn't quite get noticed in the same way that it normally would.
Yeah.
Like, Trouble obviously gets the information here, but they're so close to him already, he needs to pull back. He's 2 HP.
Yeah, he's got a full back. They can try and play for the retake after this in the late round, but Truth is in an incredible position to actually cut off the full rotate. Pops the head of one, pops the head of the second as well, like small grapes. Vanity going to be able to just steamroll his way over Trouble, wants the further frag, which he will collect onto Tarus. And JBA is the only one left, meaning Vexed, they've come in strong with a big pistol around the second half. That'll give them 7 rounds to play with, possibly looking at this being tied up into a 9-9 before the true game begins here.
Yeah, strong round from Vanity. You see that confidence flowing when he actually got up towards that truck area. Land that first dink, and then you can see the confidence. He stayed there. He was willing to take that battle, knowing he has an advantage. And obviously, Truth getting those 2 kills was massive as well, considering he had no armor.
Yeah. He
landed that first shot, which needed. The second one, fair play. Looks like this would be fast over boost. Trouble though, doesn't get anything out. So this, I imagine this is the style of play we'll be seeing on this T side. A very aggressive, wolf pack sort of style play. Just kind of overwhelm your opponents. Because it is very difficult to deal with, especially against teams where they can all pop your head at any point.
Yeah, he just tries to steamroll through them. Trials, gets tagged down, brought down to 72 HP. There he goes, as Pickles will kill him. Brody as well doesn't even see Quicks before he's just been ripped to shreds by that Mac 10 as he loses everything in the blink of an eye. Tarus and JBA as well. It's just not looking good at all, Ben, for the side of London Lynx. Round in, round out. They are starting to struggle now. Vexed, back on top.
Yeah, Tarus going to be thinking, hopefully he can grab a single kill. Which he does do, but Aussie's already on the hunt, and one of his X points has been completely blocked off. Thanks to Aussie. And in fact, his head will be knocked off, thanks to Aussie as well. And here comes that throwaway CT round, essentially. Typically done with just 5 USP stack somewhere. Usually around mid, just trying to see if you can win a fight. But I wonder what sort of play actually come out. If they'll opt for that mid stack, or if they'll try and go towards a site. So it looks like they're just going to have 4 people at highway, hoping that they'll be able to be doing the same thing again. But if they're coming out A main fast, it's still quite a decent battle to take over those toxic barrels. Instead, they're opting to swarm Pickles.
Yeah, just running for it right now as they're going to try and tackle him, but Quicks, he's in the back line, misses the first initial couple of shots though, tries to get the adjustment, does kill JBA, and here is the pain train pulling into the station as Quicks will choo-choo his way through them.
Quicks has been quite fortunate with the
EK
lineups.
Yeah.
Happen on train as well. And the double up instantly comes out at first buy. So there's been such a reliance on it from London Lynx and their CT side. It's not really been...
It's not been that pivotal as I think they think it is.
Yeah, I feel like they haven't tested the 4 rifle and single up or 5 rifle. Like, they seem very reliant on it.
Especially when Cash is one of those maps you kind of can 5 rifle it.
Yeah.
You don't even need an AWP.
It's a good opening pick though, and he's got trials on the site as well, so you can keep facing with this. Ooh, he did get legged.
Yeah, he did indeed, but it's the 4-on-4. Quicks gets the kill on JBA. Tarus also goes down. This is just the Vex show right now. We assumed it would go to a 9-9, but it looks like it's going to be a 10-9 in favor of Vex as the T side, looking a whole lot better. On Cash right now, although it's a map they might not be that comfortable on, they're proving like they're quickly finding their footing.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of those cases where you've lost B, and then suddenly, in the space of, what, 10 seconds, the entire team just drops. It very, very quickly, like, flies. And, you know, Brody in that situation, he was there like, I'm going to save my AWP. I was the first guy to get the kill in that round, but yeah, I'm out. And he doesn't even manage to do that. So now, stuck to the pistols, facing most likely 11-9, which...
Scary.
When they were up 5-0, it's not looking great.
The fact is, that can spiral out of control pretty quickly from that point when you then get to a... Ooh, hello.
That's a classic move. You get spammed a bit, so you start slow walking, then unfortunate.
Nade on my feet, dead. My bad.
Yeah. Shouldn't have done it, really, should he? What a fool.
Absolute fool.
So as we were saying, things could potentially get worse. It's just straight up losing a man in the first 15 seconds. Even if it is an eco, you know.
Ooh.
Although things do get evened up. I mean, Vexed gets dropped by Tarus. Nice little 1D. And they're willing to risk the heavy stack towards A side. Well, it's not as heavy as you typically think with like a guy quad, MBK site, that sort of thing. It's all that side of the map at least. Which I'm a big fan of. People should be willing to take a lot more risks. Especially in
Vexed, 4-on-4 now. They have the bomb bend, they're trying to go for a play. It looks like they actually will work their way through vent in towards that B-bomb site. Now, no one is there. They haven't realized yet, but the welcome mat is down, and they are allowed to just waltz their way in if they wish to. Rotate comes back round. London Lynx attempting to build up and go for this play. You've got the backstab through vents, the two players going for the full frontal assault. But who is going to be the victor?
I was just saying, I was looking at Trials' ammo. He's managed to use 25 bullets in this deagle. I don't think he's actually seen a person.
Just been spamming.
I think he's been spamming through walls and through smokes the entire round.
Classic.
But this is essentially just call the bluff, just wait for them to try and exit, try and get some kills off them. Brody's already got the AK. One free kill for Ozzy. He does get dropped after that though. I know Brody's just sat there. I'll save the AK. If I can get an exit, cool. But it's not a requirement in the situation. So 11-9, considering they lost JBA right at the start of that round, to get 2 kills, bad. But now, is it going to be another double orb? It is. So they really are that dependent on it.
Yeah.
Is the way it's not even like reliant, it's dependent.
They need it. I need it. I need it.
Yeah. So
I don't need it. I need it. Give me the op.
It's just surprising. It hasn't felt like they've been that dependent on it. It's just very peculiar. Trouble's been tasked with just holding mid on his own.
Oh no, Ben.
Molly comes in. You know, the double nades will now come in. Dive's landed right on his head.
My leg!
Another good one.
Are you feeling it now, Mr. Trouble? As they are going to try and go for this play in towards the B-bomb site. Brody waiting with the AWP. You can see Vexed, not decided, not set in stone where they're going to go at all just yet. Ooh.
There was a tag there on Vanity. Oh. Rebuttal there from Vanity.
Yeah.
Straight into Roos's face, and the open kills get... Yeah, there's just no fight back, is there?
It's
not
like
a fight back at all.
It's like dog fighting, but if one of the dogs was just a stuffed animal. Because well, it just can't fight back, can it? What's it going to do?
Yeah.
So London Lynx is the stuffed animal right now.
I thought Vex would be.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Pickles is like a stuffed animal. He's a cuddly bear. Do you know what I like? I like panda bears because I think it's funny that like the reason why they're almost extinct still even to this day is because they just basically just die because they're just fools.
Yeah, they are fools, to be fair.
They're just bumbling big idiot bears that nearly just kill each other because they just don't get it.
I prefer sloths.
Sloths are great.
You know, hang off the branch, right? And then sometimes they'll grab onto their own arm.
Yeah, they think it's another branch and then they just fall to their death.
Yeah.
Or
it's not even fall to their death as in they land and die. Predators get them when they're on the
just lay there.
They're just
like,
stuck.
Because they can't get back into the tree.
Yeah.
It's also like sloths can forget how to breathe.
Oh,
Sometimes they'll just forget to breathe, and they'll just be sitting there, and they just go, and that's it, because they just don't start breathing. Yeah. Did I ever tell you the tragedy of Darth Slothus' eyes?
He forgot to breathe, and then suddenly he died.
He was able to breathe perfectly for many a year, until he forgot how.
Yeah. Don't you do that quite often?
What, forget how to breathe?
Yeah.
Sometimes. Just like, oh god. Ben,
What about manually breathing?
Yeah, you're now manually breathing.
Oh,
For anyone, you're now manually blinking for anyone listening to the broadcast.
Yeah. Unlucky.
Yeah, you've got to remember to blink.
Yeah, you don't want your eyes to dry up.
You want to blink every good couple of seconds.
Don't want a case of dry eye.
Quick.
That's what they told me.
He's not got dry eyes. He's got no eyes. Dead. JPA with the frag on towards Aussie, though. It's Tarus and JVA that remain, but they are trapped in a horrible, horrible spot, Ben, as they are being pushed down upon. But Tarus, if he wins this fight versus Pickles, nope, there's no chance. He's dead.
There was a chance and it's gone.
And it's gone.
1v3. JBA's already been seen around here. He's just kind of hoping to get to that gun.
JBA is a native to these parts. Do you like how everyone else has a Lynx, whereas he does not?
He doesn't, does he?
Look at that.
Yeah.
He's got a tiger.
The tigre.
The tiger.
Won't get his hands on naked.
Little tiger.
Unfortunate that he's not quite fought like a tiger in this match.
Tony the Toiger.
Tony the tiger.
I feel great.
Sad.
Great cereal that was.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Sugar Puff monster?
A bit creepy on it.
Yeah, he was a bit weird.
Yeah. There's a sad tale to Tony the tiger.
Dead now.
Dead.
Of course.
To be fair. Yeah.
Rest in peace, Cecil.
This is going to be a horrible shock for Treble if he doesn't reposition.
Oh.
Vanity. Oh no.
Thinks he's Freakazoid. He's running straight into him, Ben, before the flash has even bloomed, but he's given it. 2 frags come in. JBA from a distance hits him with a hook.
Oh.
Quicks, though. He's too fast, isn't he, as he glides around. It's up to Tarus and Brody. This should be a 14th round for Vexed.
Assuming nothing wild comes out from the duo of Tarus and Brody. They do have a smoke on Molly. So there is hope in the sense that they can retake to an extent, but, you know, not great when the Molly's missed.
Yeah.
And Brody's being...
Although, if the Molotov was missed, it wouldn't matter, because then you could just walk through it and just get slightly damp.
Slightly damp.
Yeah, a little bit of mist. Morning mist. Morning dew.
Morning dew.
Yeah. You know when you go outside and the grass has got morning dew on? Because they, you know, the van's gone by and painted on the morning dew.
Yeah. Yeah.
14-9, Ben. 1 round away from securing themselves not only match point, but series point, and being a round away from actually locking this down. And walking out of here, the victor over London Lynx with a 2-1 scoreline. Is that going to be the case, though? Grouped up outside the B site right now, all that utility is being logged out. Trials wins the first firefight as he does get the drop on Vanity. Only a small tag received back. The push will come through. Brody, elevated angle, and it's a bit of a cheeky angle as well, but he has to drop down. Doesn't really work out too fantastically. Trying to get the frags off. Does find the headshot on Aussie, but can he build from this? No. He's dead. Everyone's dead. They're all dead, Ben. Tarus comes in, though. Nope. They're all dead. It's just Tarus. 1 versus 2. Pickles and Truth. Can he go huge into this round? Spots 1 man out, gets the big tag off. That's the first initial frag. 55 seconds left on the clock. Truth grabs the bomb and he is gone. Begins the London Marathon.
Tarus had a good round so far, but I was going to say Tarus had a good round all the day.
You did.
I did. Tarus, Truth. Yeah, it's horrible.
Truth.
Yeah.
Truth gets the bomb down. Comes in with a backbreaker.
This is a classic move from Truth.
Oh my goodness! Puts him through the announcer's table. Vintage.
Yeah, our Truth is a bit crappy wrestler, though, wasn't he?
He was terrible, wasn't he? He was one of the worst wrestlers.
Yeah. He wasn't even there during the good days.
Yeah. Yeah. R-Truth, the rapper. It's like the Miz was also terrible. I hate the Miz.
Yeah, but then suddenly he became the world champion a few times.
Yeah.
It's a bit weird.
Remember Dolph Ziggler?
Yeah, he still wrestles now.
Bloody Dolph Ziggler. The Ziggler. Oh, you're the Ziggler, aren't you? Oh, you are ziggling today.
So we questioned that Vexed T side.
Yeah.
They've now won 9 rounds in a row.
I know, they're winning, Ben.
They are winning.
This is probably, this could be the victory. Maybe. Oh, the frags are coming through. Vanity with a second kill onto Trials. It is just up to trouble. Tarus and JBA. JBA with a filthy little angle and now a free bomb as well. But Quicks, perched like a pigeon, drops down on him with the first frag as he will eliminate Trouble. It is a 2 versus 3. Quicks with the adjustment, but it's just the tag, not quite a frag. Truth has so much weighted on his shoulders. He needs to go huge into this. If JBA finds this kill, Ben, the round will change, but Truth connects it. Decapitates him. The B-bomb site is theirs to waltz their way into, and it's all up to Taroots, the Epic Lamb winner. Can he somehow clutch it out? Does he have it in him, Ben? Has he got the kahunas?
Not too sure. 1v2. He's been in the situation last round. He was able to make it to 1v1, but will he be able to take it all the way this time? No kit. Does have an M4, and he does have his 1v1 combatant in the past, Truth, against him as well. Vanity's low. Truth will get the drop on him. Actually, I thought Truth got the kill. Vanity gets him straight through the corner of the box.
Absolutely vanity. There you have it. Vexed Gaming, fine success. They pick up the victory. That is a 2-1 scoreline over the 3 maps. They traded their map picks. It went down to the decider. Vexed, they weren't that well primed for cash, but it certainly didn't seem that way on the second half. They awoken. The sleeping giant was ready to lock it down, and they steamrolled their way through.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed a lot more confident, right? They seemed a lot more willing to take all the aim battles they could find.